Hi everyone, how are you doing today? This is just a impromptu live stream, live stream. I can do English today. I'm just going to be unboxing some stuff. So it's been over a month since my announcement to take a break, and it's been even longer since a real video. And I am still on a break, but I have a lot of ideas about what I want to do with this channel in the future. It's not going away. I haven't quit reading forever. So, yeah, this is going to be a look at some improvements to the channel that are coming in the near future. I say that, but probably early next year. Okay, so before I get into this, I want to talk about what I've been using so far for filming and kind of my thought process about some things. So I hope I don't regret this because I could still end up changing my mind later about certain things, but it is what it is. We'll just we'll go ahead and give away some channel secrets here. So actually not a secret. I've been using the Blue Yeti microphone for the entire duration of the channel. I'm actually on my second one because the first one died an untimely death. And I don't know. I'm not sure if Blue is really the best way to go, but it's been an easy setup for me. And I've been able to record dialogue with it, music, all that good stuff. And then camera-wise, I've been using my old Sony RX100. I've had this for many years now. You know, I just realized I turned off autofocus because I wasn't liking the autofocus on webcam. So, yeah, it doesn't do any good to hold this up to the camera. Anyways, this has been a very good camera. I actually bought it to take photos and get into photography. This was back in 2015, I think. And it's good for that too. It's made really nice videos, and I could have just kept going with this indefinitely. So really, you know, trying to think about whether I wanted to upgrade or not and what kind of features I wanted in a new camera if I got a new camera. Basically, I would really wanted to be able to do higher quality videos, and it's really nice to have Wi-Fi capabilities as well, which I believe this does not. If it does, I've never figured out how to do that. And just kind of keeping up with some of the more, you know, again, high quality features of videos that that YouTube now supports. Hi, Dominic. Yeah, so I'm going to be unboxing the stuff that came in the mail today, and I was just talking about my old camera here. Yeah, it's been a really good camera. It's still a good camera. I think I just wanted to get a little bit better in quality and have some of the newer features that new cameras have as far as like Wi-Fi connection and things. And I was really trying to decide if I wanted to go with a full-on like professional movie making kind of camera, like really invest heavily, but I decided that I didn't want to do that. I'm pretty happy with kind of this more point and shoot style of camera. I'm not someone who's going to really want to bring lenses around with me or anything, so even at home I just like the ease of this kind of quick and easy camera. So I decided to get another Sony camera. But before I unbox that one, I'm actually going to start with the other thing that I got. This is a LED desk lamp. This is a ring lamp. It's the only ring lamp I've had. And it's supposed to have 3 different colors and different brightness settings. Now, I have just been using windows, as in like physical windows and floor lamps previously, but I thought that maybe having a more focused light that I could control better would give me more consistent results. So let's take a look and see what's in here. Okay. Okay. Hi Marianne, thanks for joining the live stream. I'm just unboxing some gear that I got today for making videos, and starting with this light. So it's a very simple light. It's actually a very small ring light. It's actually smaller than I thought it would be, but I think this will work really well because I don't need a ton of light because I have pretty decent lighting in this room already. So the idea here is just to have something that'll be able to give me consistent lighting even when it's like nighttime. I'm not sure if I will film that late, but if in case I do, or if it's like one of those days that goes between cloudy and sunny a lot, it's kind of nice just to have more consistent lighting. So I'm gonna try clipping this to the table here. It's off camera, but we'll see how this... Oops. Okay, I hope that didn't make tons of noise. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to clip it to the microphone stand. Let me just take this plastic off. It's a little annoying. Hey Blush, welcome to the live stream. I'm just opening a few things I got to make the videos better. I am planning to make videos again in the very near future, which for me is actually probably January. But I thought I'd get started on like improving my overall setup so that just the overall quality of videos is better and more consistent. So I'm gonna try setting this light up. This might be a mistake to do live because it might make a lot of noise, but let's see what we can do here. It's kind of funny. Okay, so now the light is in place, sort of. I'm probably gonna have to tie it up a little better, but let's just pretend that it's working. And then let me plug this in and see if it just works out of the box. I just realized I don't have enough USB ports on this side of the computer. So 1 second, I will be right back. Okay, so it's all plugged in. We've got the light up here. Live demos are always incredibly risky. Let's see if I can turn this on. Ooh. Okay, that's really bright. Let's see if we can, interesting. It's very bright. Now, I might be getting a new table as well, but let's see about these lower settings and also different... Oh, that's interesting. That's a really cool toned light there. Yeah, right into technical difficulties. 1 second, let me get a book. All right, let's see what we like here. So there's the warmer lighting, cooler lighting. It's another warmish lighting. Interesting. Kind of like the warm lighting. Actually, I should try it with all of the other lights off, so let me do that. Alright, so we're now sitting in a semi-dark room. It's still daylight here, so there's a tiny bit of light coming in through the window. And then we've got this ring light here, which I can actually probably tie up even a little higher so it's not quite so intense. But I think that's pretty good, honestly. Let's see here. Okay, I don't like the cool color. That's just really sad. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. And we can try different angles too. Like, it doesn't even have to be like operating room. You know, we can make the light come from different angles, and that might look a little more natural. So I'm pretty happy with that though. Let's see. We'll just leave that up for now. So there's the light. And the funny thing is, it actually looks kind of brighter in the webcam than it actually looks in person. Maybe because my webcam settings are also calibrated for higher exposure, but it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So that's the light. Let's put you over there for a minute. And then the camera. Yeah. The camera is a Sony ZV-1. So it's sort of like the one I had, but it's a bit of an upgrade. It's got a different kind of microphone. It's got the flip out screen for viewing yourself. Not that I need to do that, but it might be helpful just to see what the picture looks like when I'm filming. Because right now I've got this mirror set up, which is fine. But I'm hoping this will just be more precise. And then what else does it have for specs here? So many labels. What are we looking for here? Let's open it and look at the manual because the box is pretty cryptic. Reference guide. Wow. Okay. Not the one we need. Accessories, don't need that right now. French manual. This looks like it's the English manual. Okay. It's funny, usually packaging is just verbose with all the features and things, but I'm actually not seeing that this time. Okay, the warm lighting definitely makes the cardboard look a lot more yellow than it is, so that's something to keep in mind. Probably have to do some different tests and things. Find the optimal lighting. Okay, there's the battery. Interesting. Here's the cable. I don't think that my old one came with a wall outlet adapter either, so that's good to know. I think you can get one, but it doesn't look like it comes with it, so that's kind of too bad. So here, wait, where did I put it? Okay. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Usually the full manual's online, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. You know what, I'm just gonna read you the specs off the internet because this is kind of anticlimactic. If I can type here. Okay. Here it is. So this is a line of cameras that Sony actually created for YouTubers and other content creators. So the thing that's really, that this camera is really supposed to give you is really good instant autofocus. They designed it so that you can show products really quickly. And that was actually a selling feature for me because I'm not selling products, but I'm looking at books a lot, and being able to change focus really fast would be a nice feature. And in case you're wondering, I have a really basic kind of smartphone. And I didn't want to get an expensive phone for various reasons. So it just made sense to get more of a better dedicated device. But, you know, if you had like the latest iPhone or something, you'd probably be good to go for some of those more advanced features. So here it is. And I got the white one because I like electronics that don't show dust as much, dust and fingerprints. But as you can see, they're actually pretty comparably sized. Let's see. This one's slightly heavier. I'm not going to be carrying it around much though, so that doesn't really matter. But even for like just having it set up over my desk, not having to have those giant cameras with the big lenses is a huge plus. It's got a little bit different setup here with the buttons and things, and then of course this one has the flip out screen, which is very cool. And don't know if it, oh yeah, it does. I don't want to break it here. So in my case, I'm trying to think about how this will work. Looks like it only goes in one direction here, but oh, that's nice. So what I can do, okay, you can't see it exactly, but if I were to have this over the desk and set up like this, I would be able to see what's going on the screen, although it would be upside down, I just realized. But I don't think that's a deal breaker. Even if you can just see things are relatively framed well, upside down is not the end of the world. It's still a big improvement over the current situation, so that's cool. Let's see what else we got going here. Alright, so I think I need to put the battery in. This is where it is good to read the instructions. I also got one more thing. This is a SD card that was recommended for this one. Well, somewhere along the line I saw that it was probably good to get this one because if one thing to know about making videos is that it can be really time consuming to do the whole uploading and editing stuff. That's why I've done a lot of things on my phone lately, because even though the phone is really not great quality by comparison, at least it uploads fairly quickly. So I'm hoping with a faster SD card that this whole process will be a little less taxing, but we'll see. If I can open the box, then all will be well. Actually, the packaging is not as bad as it used to be. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. Here comes the plastic, but actually it's still better than it used to be, so cool. Let's see the manual again. So I don't think there's a particular order of operations that really matters, although it depends if this is even... Actually, let's just turn this on and see what's going on here, if it'll even turn on. It probably needs the battery in it first, right? Might be a good idea. So, I think you just open it up like that. There's a slot for the SD card, but I'm not going to put it in just yet. I think it's probably a good idea to just test it out as is. Let's see if we can figure out how it goes in here. Okay, I'm thinking it goes in like that. Maybe. Okay, there's a picture. Yes. Okay. I need pictures. Okay, so as you might expect, it goes in with the arrow pointing down. Okay. Maybe I'll go ahead and put the memory card in. Have no patience. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play around with the lighting a little more because this is fine. But I suspect we can get a better angle. Nothing really wrong with this angle, but it's just not as natural feeling, and I'm kind of picky about that. Okay, if I can now see how to open this little highly protective case. There we go. Okay, and then we need to put it in here carefully. Ensure the notched corner faces correctly. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, charging the battery pack. This could be quite a short demo if the battery needs to be charged. Oh! Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is touchscreen, but that's okay. Set area date time. I don't really care about the time. Well, I'll do that off screen. Just one second. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So now we are in here. It looks like the battery has a tiny bit of charge on it, not much though. Wow, this is cool. So I'm trying to see. It's a little different than the other one, just slightly different. One thing that's kind of cool about it is it has a place you can plug in your microphone if you want to. Now, I don't think that's going to work with the Blue Yeti just right out of the box because the Blue Yeti doesn't have the right kind of connection point or connection cable. Blue Yeti is USB, but you'd need like a aux cable for that. And I'm not even sure exactly how that would work, but in theory you can connect a microphone. What else is here? A couple of other things if you want to connect it to your TV or something. And that's so here's the microphone. And this floofy thing is supposed to go on top if you're outside and you want to cut down the wind noise. Let's see here. Sorry, this is like the most riveting stuff, I'm sure, but I think I'm just gonna go through the rest of the instructions here and see what else it kind of recommends you to look at. Okay, shooting still images. Select the desired shooting mode by pressing the mode button. Shocker. And using the control wheel and then pressing center. Okay, so this is exactly the same as the other one. Nice. I'll be using it on the, oh, that's cool. So there is a regular movie setting, but now there's also an intelligent auto movie setting. Nice. Okay. I guess we can just let's make a little video right now and just see, just test it out. So we're just gonna hold it though. We're not gonna actually set it up properly. Okay. So it's supposed to be in movie mode at this point. Start movie shooting by pressing movie. Oh, you can also take stills while you're filming the movie. That's nice. Alright, so this is our test recording here. Actually, you can't even see the camera well, but anyway. Let's test this auto focus thingy. Oh yeah, that's pretty fast. Pretty nice. Okay. So I'm gonna stop that recording and see what else it says here. So for viewing, you want to press the playback button down here. So this is very similar to the old design. That's one thing I like. You know, there's a bit of a learning curve with these Sony cameras, but once you do learn them, I'm glad to see they're kind of sticking with the same menu system, because otherwise we'd be in trouble. Okay, so this is our test recording here. Okay, so this is 60p. I didn't even check to see what the settings were. Wow, it seems pretty nice though. Let's stop that and go back. Usually the settings are under this menu here, so let's just pretend that's still the case and see if we can find what we're looking at here. Oh, interesting. Okay. File format. Ooh, you can do 4K. I'm not seeing MP4. Have to look into that some more. Okay. Record setting. Okay. Let's try 4K. Go ahead and max out the memory card, because why not? Oh, interesting. Okay. So where does it show that it's in 4K? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, are we gonna try the 4K here? Yes, Lucian would really be enjoying this display of consumerism, wouldn't he? Okay, so this is the 4K video. I'm gonna have to probably, I mean, if anyone's curious, I can upload this later, or we can just not, because the talking is really awkward, but it's actually really, like, I'm looking at this text really close. Not that I would actually do that, but it's very crisp, so that's cool. We'll have to check and see what size that file actually is, though, because that could be a problem. My computer is starting to run out of space, so I have an external drive, but even so, it's like need to catch up with all the gadgets. Okay, so cool. What else do we have here? think that's pretty much transferring images to a smartphone. You can transfer images to a smartphone by connecting the camera and a smartphone via Wi-Fi. So you have to install an app. Interesting. You connect the camera and your smartphone using the QR code. I'll definitely try it. I don't know if I'll be doing this, but I will try it because that could be helpful in certain situations where I don't want to spend time transferring it to the computer. Going to go ahead and... Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say is it also has this other button here, which is for blurring the background. I don't know, I don't remember exactly, like, it seems a little strange there'd be a button just for blurring the background, but I guess if you're really into the product images, or maybe you take portraits a lot, that could be a handy feature. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I think that I'm pretty excited about that, and there's a lot more features that this doesn't even cover, but I'm really excited about those 4K videos. Now, something that I do have already is I have this other power source, and I hope this will work because I've been using this for the other camera. We just had one of these cables in the family. Wait, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. And I always use it because typically what'll happen if you don't is you might be in a situation where you almost have enough battery juice, but not quite. So this will get you there. And I'm wondering if this has the same thing. It looks like it has the exact same one, so... Awkward silence. Okay, so the other thing I ordered, though, which hasn't got here yet, is another surface to film on, because this desk has served me really well, and I have used it in all the videos pretty much, but this is also just my all-purpose desk. So I was thinking if I had a space I could film videos that wasn't that wasn't needing to be taken down every single time, but sort of just set up permanently, it would be a lot easier to do these videos. And I don't know, we'll see. I needed another surface anyway for other reasons. So I don't know if I'll be continuing to use this desk and use the other one for the editing desk, or like I haven't figured out how that's gonna work yet, but we'll have to experiment with that too. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that this cable works here, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same type of... Yeah, awesome. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but my heating just came on. It's kind of annoying. It's really loud, but hopefully you can't really hear it too loudly. All right. That was all I had to unbox. I didn't get too carried away, okay? And I'm wondering too, thinking about the old camera, I think that would be, maybe I can set it up I know, like the real professional YouTubers have like multiple cameras set up, but I don't think I'm not sure I want to do that necessarily. It could be interesting though. We can have the two angles and see what that's like. But actually I was thinking about it, and I really kind of just want to stick with the tabletop setup because it's been working out pretty well. It's the style of video I want to do, honestly. I don't feel like I'd be good at the whole, vlogging style of filming. So I think I'm just going to stick with what I'm able to do better and just make it even better. Yeah. So how is everyone doing anyway? And what are you reading these days? So I was reading this and got pretty far, taking a break from it. It's short stories, so that works well. I'm trying to think if the books I'm reading are even here. They're in the other room. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Yeah, I'm reading again a few things. So let me start with the one I already teased on the shorts. I started reading Dune, and yeah, there's having some issues here. Okay. All right, there we go. That's a lot better. So I started reading this last night. Was it last night or the night before? Time has been going so quickly. Every day just sort of, I won't say it blends into the next one, but it's been crazy. So yeah, my brother and I are doing this a chapter a day. And I say chapter, and then I realized it doesn't actually have chapters. They're just like these section breaks. So each section break, though, is only about 10 pages or so. So and it's a pretty significant break. So it looks like a chapter to me, so that's what we're doing. And what really has been striking to me so far is the fact that this book just jumps into the action. The first two, what am I saying here? The first two chapters are basically major scenes from the movie adaptation, the newer one. And I was shocked. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I thought, we're going to have to, like, spend a third of the book just world building and stuff. But no, he just jumps right into it, which is cool. So that's making it go well. And you know what? It actually is working well reading it. So far, it's working well reading it a chapter at a time because they're almost like little scenes of their own. So far, it doesn't feel very continuous. Like, it's more like vignettes or something. And that could probably change later, but I'm hopeful because this is a very long book. And there's no way that I can just speed through it. I mean, I probably could if I wanted to, but someone was saying on one of the blogs I follow that it's better to read it more slowly or just sort of more carefully, like not just rushing through it. So hopefully that's gonna work out. Let's see, Marianne says, nearly finished with my short story collection. Started Dune, but Soft did not finish it. Yeah, I think watching the movie first helped me so much. Like, the first chapter is like a bunch of name dropping and just, it's very immersive, but almost too much. Like, I don't like a lot of exposition, and it actually does have a lot of exposition. But Yeah, I would probably be really lost if I hadn't watched the movie first. So that's one case where watching the movie first probably is a good idea. Blaj mentioned this book. We are reading this together, and I will be starting it this evening. I kind of carved out this evening to do reading. I'm finding that instead of reading every day, it's probably easier for me to just read certain days and then just kind of read in longer times, because I've just ended up committing to so many things at work and in personal life too, and it's like certain evenings are just already kind of booked, no pun intended. So yeah, I'll be starting this one. Is it is it pretty dark? I mean, I'm not surprised. This is okay, so for those who may not have heard of this is basically a collection of interviews of women who fought in World War II. Primarily, I think, from the Soviet Union. The author chronicles the experiences of the Soviet women who fought on the front lines, on the home front, and in the occupied territories. These women, more than 1 million in total, were nurses and doctors, pilots, tank drivers, machine gunners, and snipers. They battled alongside men, and yet after the victory, their sacrifices were forgotten. So, sorry, I was reading the chat here. Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, biology of science fiction. That sounds really interesting. Was that like a class of its own? That sounds really cool. Hello, Ranger. Nice to see you. I was just thinking about all sorts of anyway. Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings is quite hard to read too. It took me months to read it, and I have to say I haven't got back to it yet. I think I'll enjoy it more the second time, kind of knowing what I'm getting into. But it's a very, very challenging story. Okay, another one that I have recently started and honestly haven't made a lot of progress in. This is a niche book. This is Retrieving Augustine's Doctrine of Creation, Ancient Wisdom for Current Controversy. This is a book on basically kind of taking another look at various creation theories and disputes or viewpoints, but drawing upon Augustine's thought and writings about creation. And the reason I'm reading this is because I really have been enjoying Gavin Ortland's YouTube channel called Truth Unites. I think I've mentioned it several times, and I really like his writing style too. He's an academic, but he's like very readable, very well sourced, and really is good at formulating his arguments in a way that isn't off-putting or, he basically is really good at stating his opinion without all the things that I really tend to dislike about a lot of other speakers on similar topics. He just seems very open-minded and fair, and yet also strong in his views, which is such a rare combination. So I need to get back to this, and I will try to carve out some time this evening to read that as well. And then let's see, the other one I'm going to try to pull up on my iPad and show you, because I'm reading it from the library, and I need to finish this other book very soon because it's going to be due. And what was I going to say here? I'm reading this for another book club, so that's 3 read-alongs total, and this one we're meeting in a few weeks, so I have time, and I'm actually about a fourth of the way through it, so I'm pretty hopeful I'll finish it in time and everything. But I'm gonna have to take good notes about it because unfortunately it's due before the actual meeting, so that's a problem for me, but oh, stop it. It's called We Had a Little Real Estate Problem: The Unheralded Story of Native Americans in Comedy by Cliff Nesteroff. Stop doing that. Okay. So yeah, this book is about Native Americans in comedy, but it's also about Native Americans in media in general and their history. And so parts of it are very sad, but it's also got moments of a lot of humor and stuff, as you might imagine. And you can actually look up some of these comedians on YouTube, which I do recommend if you're going to read this, because it just adds to the experience so much. And you get a better understanding of the kind of humor that they do and everything. So very interesting so far. I compared it to a Ken Burns documentary. So if you're into those public television documentaries that Ken Burns does in the US, his format's basically, he's got this sort of light narration going on, and then he really uses tons of interviews and primary sources for the bulk of his documentaries, and this is exactly in the same style. So each chapter is like a little historical moment or story or interview, so you can kind of focus on one thing and then you move on to the next one. I think it's roughly chronological, but he's not super it kind of jumps around a bit, but it's pretty easy to follow. I know nothing about this topic beforehand, or I knew nothing. And I found it very interesting from the beginning and easy to keep going in it. And like I said, I'm already a fourth of the way through that, and I think that was just in a few sittings. So would recommend it so far. And again, I guess it's one of those things where reading with other people can also get you out of your comfort zone, because I might not have heard of this book or picked it up if I didn't, because I like YouTube comedy, but outside of YouTube comedy, I don't really follow comedy at all. And when I go to history, I don't necessarily think to look for these more social topics in history, even though I really find them interesting. So anyway, those are the things I'm prioritizing at the moment. Along with my daily scripture reading, I'm doing, well, it's not really daily, but I'm trying to read it more regularly again, and I am in the book of Hebrews for that, which is one of my favorite books of the Bible. So trying to get back into a rhythm of doing that again too. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm reading. I don't think so. I was sort of in a reading rut, and I think that 3 books is already way too much to be reading, but I really am excited about all of these, and just taking a slower pace has been really, really great. And I think that's what I'm going to go do here in a bit. I think I'm going to go take a walk first, and then get some reading done in this evening. So, let's see here. Oh, I didn't quite make it to an hour, but I'm really glad to see everybody in the chat. It's so cool to be on here again and hear how everyone's doing. Japanese Buddhism. Yeah. Soseki was, I feel like I should read another book by him. His book definitely left an impression on me. And even from a Christian perspective, I've really been valuing the concept of just, living more experientially. I don't know if that's the word to use, but not being so very hyper focused on, solving problems or always being on some kind of, problem solving mindset. I guess that was something that actually a few weeks ago really I felt very convicted about, that life can be a lot more about just enjoying the moment, enjoying life, witnessing what God's done, you know, just worshiping God directly, but also through experiencing life and appreciating it. And that's been really encouraging to me. So yeah, I'm feeling rejuvenated, and I'm so excited about making videos. So it's gonna take me a while to get all the gear. I gotta try the blue lighting again. I'm really excited to get all this gear set up optimally, and we'll see what the 4K videos look like too. So yeah, I'll be going now, but thanks everybody again. It was really cool talking to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.